My name is David Gerber, and I'm a transformational life coach. And I wanted to do a video on helping people understand their thoughts and their internal conversation. And essentially what I mean by that is just the thoughts that we have all day, pretty much every day, about pretty much everything. And if you think about it in this way, it's like we have thoughts about ourselves, we have thoughts about other people, we have thoughts about the circumstances we're in, we have thoughts about the setbacks we're facing, we have thoughts about the successes we're having. And there's all these thoughts we're having all day, every day. And so if we're having these thoughts all day, every day, what can we do with them? Or is there a way that we can channel them to get us to where we are the most effective in our life and have the most fulfilling and meaningful life that we have, that creates the results in our life that we long for? And so I use a simple illustration of that we've got us here, and then we have our thoughts. We're just thinking all day, every day, about all kinds of things. So we've got thoughts about just pretty much everything, just going on everywhere. And I think there's two ways we can choose to approach the world and relate to the world. And one of those ways is that we are in control of our thoughts. We can command our thoughts and have dominion over our thoughts. And then the other way that we can view the world or choose to be in the world is where our thoughts run us, where we just are a victim of our thoughts, or we're subsequent to them, and no matter what they are, we let them take us where they will. And I think of that like myself when I was a kid, and probably more recently than I like to think, when something wouldn't go my way, or somebody would pick on me, or I'd get frustrated, I would just let those thoughts and feelings just take me down this road of, it shouldn't be this way. Why is it like this? What the heck's going on? And that would just get me way off track from where I would say my vision is. And so, to add to that, if you look at life in the sense of, imagine that LA is where we are and New York is where we long to go, right? Metaphorically. And so we have thoughts all over the place. Just imagine that we have thoughts all over the place, again, about ourselves, about others, about circumstances. And sometimes the path is a little more curvy than that. And we've just got thoughts going all over the place. And some of those thoughts take us closer to our vision. And some of those thoughts take us all over the place and get us off track to where we're like incredibly confused with life and unsure of our vision. Because if I have a thought here, but I don't know what my New York is, if I don't know what my vision is, then I don't know that I'm off track. I just know that I'm confused or I'm stuck. And perhaps you're there. Perhaps you're frustrated, or something's just not seeming right, and you feel like you're settling for something less than your best. And that might be because you're over here, but you don't know that you're wanting to really be here because you haven't taken the time and mental energy to carve this out. And so I've done a few videos that specifically talk about creating a vision. And so if you want access to those, you can check out my channel, or you can email me. And so there's videos that point to creating this, so that way you know if a thought's here or here, it's taking you where you want to go. And if it's over here, then it's taking you off track. So then what do you do if say you have a clear vision, or you know that you want something over here, but you have a thought that's taking you over here? So maybe it's a self-critical thought, or a thought that's, you're terrible, or you're not up for the challenge, or you'll never amount to anything, or whatever that is. If you know that you have this thought over here, what do you do with it then if you know that you want to be over here? And I have a couple of thoughts on that. One of those thoughts is, I really think it's possible to mute this voice. And I've actually done this in the morning, or before I'm going into a big meeting, where I'll look at these thoughts and I'll hear them, and I'll say, you know what, that you are silent right now. I'm not going to listen to you. And I've even done it sometimes multiple days in a row, where I just say, that voice is silenced. I'm not going to listen to it anymore. So that's one way of approaching it. Another way that I approach it, and I think this can be more effective, is I actually replace it with a new thought that lines up with my vision. Because if I get to choose my thoughts, then wouldn't it be possible for me to actually invent a thought that exists over here, and choose to make this thought more prominent than this thought, to where this one, I can't even hear it anymore. This one is so loud, because this one lines up with the vision I have for my life. And so just consider this in your life. Do you know your vision for your life, your career? Do you know your vision for your relationships? For even the next meeting you're going to go into? Do you know what the ideal outcome that is that you want? And if you don't, I would say spend some time really thinking about that, because then you actually have a context for evaluating your thoughts. And if you choose, which I would recommend, choose to control or have dominion over your thoughts, then you can actually know if it's in line with your vision or not. And so feel free to check out the other videos on the vision. And you can check out my website and my blog. It's davidagerber.com. I write about this stuff quite a bit because I'm committed to adding value to your life by enabling and empowering you to have thoughts that are in line with your vision, so that at the end of the day and at the end of the week and at the end of the years of your life, you are where you're committed to being, where you long to be. And so thanks so much for watching, and I hope this has been of value, and feel free again to check out the videos or my website, and thanks again.